So as you can see here on the slide, when it comes to Einstein Discovery, the advantages that you have are automated data discovery powered by machine learning. You do not require code or a data scientist. It's ethical and transparent in its delivery of predictions and insights, provides you with a very detailed, flexible and dynamic component driver analysis to surface the drivers of outcomes. It enables you to rapidly iterate and essentially fail fast and experiment with different data sets and features and input variables, etc. Lets you combine data from anywhere. You can monitor your models on a live basis and be made aware of any challenges such as things as data drift. And I think of particular interest and value is the fact that it gives you that final mile of delivering the predictions in the flow of work where they can be utilized and actioned. So I'm going to just show you here Einstein Discovery. And what we have here in the CRM Analytics Studio is a model that has been previously created. Now, how was that created? We begin with a data set, and you might go in and perhaps go in here and add some filters so that you have outcome data that can be analyzed, because we want to identify historical patterns to make intelligent predictions about the future. And at that point, you're then going to go in here, you're going to create a model. As part of that creation process, what you're going to need to do is decide what it is that you're going to predict. And the options that you have here, of course, depend upon the fields you have in the data set. Now, that is where, in my opinion, most of the work is done in Einstein Discovery, and that's in the data preparation side of things. And it's an iterative process. Prepare the data, train the model, evaluate the model, go back to the data, and so forth and so forth. Experiment with feature engineering or changing those input variables going into the model, and hopefully finally have a model that's trustworthy and ready to deploy to CRM. At this point here, we would then go and either let Einstein Discovery create the first version, or we can manually set that up ourselves. And what we end up with here, this is the model, and once we deploy this, it will be able to take data from current Salesforce records and embed predictions on the record page. And we'll look at that in more detail in the next video. But just at a high level, what we have here for the model in Einstein Discovery, we have some automated data alerts that advise us if there are any aspects around the model or the data that are of concern that we need to rectify before we deploy. We can understand more about the accuracy of our model using what we call model metrics. And if you're familiar with machine learning, things like area under the curve. Also, we can see our true positive and false negative numbers here. We can have, depending on the model, you might have an R squared or a root mean squared error. There's a lot of different ways to understand I'm not sure if accuracy is the right word, but the trustworthiness of that model. You can go in here and you can use the confusion matrix to adjust your threshold, etc. And again, I'm not intending to get into a lot of detail today. What we can see under the settings tab, these are all the input variables that we use to train the model. We can see here their importance by correlation to the outcome. And of course, then we can add or we can remove various different variables. We can also filter them, analyze them over here. There's a lot that we can do. We can also go in and then we can begin to play around with the model and just essentially manually set these input variables emulating, as it were, what's going to happen when eventually they are connected to a Salesforce data. We also have the ability to look at the automated data discovery insights, and what we're able to do is pick a variable here, and then we have a very detailed, comprehensive key driver analysis, etc. So again, just an introduction today, but essentially you're going to combine your Salesforce data with external data. You'll bring that into Einstein Discovery. The models are trained there, assessed. There's an iterative process, and once we're comfortable with the quality of the model and the predictions, it would then be deployed back into CRM. Incredibly flexible, powerful no-code platform. I'd encourage you to get into a development environment. If you want to learn more, there is a great help article here, and you can just go ahead and Google what you see here, Introduction to Einstein Discovery. Maybe put in there Salesforce help, and hopefully that will be useful to you. I'll put this link in the video comments as well. Have fun, and look forward to the next video.